Hello everyone and welcome back to another little 40k rant. It's been a while since I did one of these. Whenever I do one of these I tend to piss off a large section of the viewers, and I just want to say to you all, your hate fuels me. It really does. I find it delightful. As a Night Lord, I find your hatred just beautiful. Right, so back to more serious matters. There's a little topic I'd like to broach. It's a bit of a taboo subject. So, have a look here. This is my 40k collection. Excuse the poor lighting and my crap phone camera. But you can see my first army, Flesh Terrors. Gabriel Seth is right there. You can see Gilliman and Celestine and some Death Watch. I wanted to do for an army for a while. My main Horus Heresy army, you can see Blood Angels. Absolutely love the Ninth Legion. Though we'll get back to those Raven Guard, they're relevant to this conversation later. You can see Terminators, Sanguinius, of course, best Primarch, favourite Primarch, Crimson Paladins, as you can see Xiphon there. I've got, my 40k Sons of Horus, yes, the ones from my short stories, are all down there, Angron and Mortarion. As you can see, my Sisters of Battle, Order of the Mournful Rose is right there. I really want to do more of them because I love that Sisters Force. Fulgrim, I converted them to have Fireblade instead of the Lyran Blade. Some Mark II Assault Marines there, we'll get back to those later. Adeptus Titanicus, as you can see, more Primarchs, and you got my Daughters of Cain force in the background there, and a squad of Space Wolves. The Lion. Probably my best paint job is actually the Lion, I reckon. The Lion and then Sanguinius. But these Mark II Assault Marines, they look pretty decent, Emperor's Children. They've been washed, they've been, highlighted, they've been based. What if I told you that they are not real? Well, not real in a sense that they are not official GW products. Neither are these Raven Guard, this Mark II command set here. They are entirely and 100% recasted. They came from a Indonesian dude that I picked them up from for $25 US. Now I know what you're thinking. What the hell? Do you hate GW, you evil pirate bastard? First off, yes, but for unrelated reasons. But no, the reason I wanted to mention this was a simple law that I'd like to call economic. Supply and demand. I wanted a product. I wanted Mark II Assault Marines for my army. That was the theme of my force. Mark II and Mark III Marines. I could not buy them from Forge World or from anywhere else because they were officially no longer in production. There were none on eBay or secondhand I could easily find. So, in order to get the product I wanted, I had to go to who was selling the product I wanted. Supply and demand. So, when people say recasting is morally wrong, I need to counter with this argument. What about kits that are no longer in production? Kits that are no longer used? As with more and more Firstborn Marine kits are going to go onto the pile and get wiped out, more and more kits are going to be lost. More and more people are still going to want those kits for nostalgia or themed armies or just because. I mean, the Boxnaut, comes instantly to mind. They can't find them. They're going to have to look for people that have them, so they're either going to go to eBay scalpers, or they're going to go 3D printing and recasting. Supply and demand. So does this mean that recasting is entirely immoral? Well, no. Because again, it's simple laws of economics. It's like piracy, and when talking about pirated music and movies and stuff. When people stop trying to compete with the pirates by making their products easily accessible and reasonably affordable, people stop pirating. You pay $2 for a song, or you go to some shady LimeWire website where you probably might get malware. Well, human beings will naturally take the source of convenience. And again, that's one of the problems I think GW has, in that they're so easy to cut old model lines that don't sell too well, and then wonder why people just go out and 3D print and recast. Supply and demand. They don't realize that trying to stubbornly fight against these recasters and people who are selling models that they no longer have isn't actually helping them, it's hindering them. And as more and more models go, out the window, there's going to be more and more of a back catalogue that people want, and they're going to end up going to, recasters and third-party sellers to get them. It just seems basically obvious. I know I'm reiterating myself here, but I'm trying to hammer this nail on the head here. So I know what some Redditors are going to counter with. Just make your own models, convert your own. Oh god, you're killing the company. And they're going to look at my Mark II Assault Marines, and they're going to say, well, you know what you need to do? If you buy Chaos Raptors, you can then customize and chop off the jetpacks and buy a squad of Mark III Marines, and here's this complicated guide on how to turn Mark III Marines into Mark II Marines. My counter is, why would I buy 2 boxes of Chaos Raptors for $80 each, New Zealand, and a squad of Mark III Marines for $130 New Zealand, when I could just go and buy for $25 US a squad of 10 Mark II Assault Marines, and buy for another 15 US buy this Mark II command set. It's cheaper, it's actually the thing I want, it's more convenient. Why the fuck would I indulge the company for getting rid of a product I wanted by buying more products I don't want to make the product I do, when I can just go out and buy the product that I want? I like these Mark II Assault Marines, they're recast, and I absolutely don't give a shit. If GW wanted my business, they would have provided the models I wanted. Simple as that. Do I recast everything? No. My Sanguinius and my Lionel Johnson and my Primarchs definitely, well, I won't say all of them are not recast, 2 of them are recast, but most of them are pretty legitimate. I'm happy to pay when it's something I actually want, but if you're not going to provide what I want, I ain't going to pay under any circumstances. I'm going to go find who is actually selling it and buy it from them. So, I don't know. I'm just ranting here at this point because I saw an argument on a Facebook group that pissed me off, saying how all recasting is evil and wrong. But I don't think it is. Partly from a moral standpoint, because I think GW are a bit of fleeces in terms of pricing, especially New Zealanders. But also from the simple law of economics. Supply and demand. So I'm going to enjoy my recast Mark II Assault Marines, and if you have a problem with that, then shove off. If you know any good recasters, please let me know, because my local Indonesian has stopped replying to my emails, and I think he was probably black-bagged. But yes, so now that I've pissed off a good section of people, I shall say cheerio.